this video, we're going to be subtracting mixed numbers, hopefully with some renaming. Let's go ahead and do our very first one. We've got 9 and 5/6 minus 2 and 1/3. First thing you should notice, those denominators are not the same. So we need to find our common denominator and get our equivalent fractions. Now you should go ahead and recognize that 3 times 2 is 6, so our least common multiple is going to be 6. Remember, there's some of these you should be able to go ahead and start recognizing without having to make a T-chart. So we know our common denominator is going to be 6, so I can go ahead and bring down my 9 and 5/6, and we'll make an equivalent fraction with the 1/3. Our denominator is 6. I had to multiply by 2 to get there, so I'm going to multiply by 2 on the top. 9 and 5/6 plus, minus 2 and 2/6. Let's subtract those fractions first. 5 minus 2 gets me 3/6. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 and 3/6. We do need to go ahead and simplify this. As you can see, we have 3 and 6. Both of those are divisible by 3. So we're going to go ahead and say 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Our answer is 7 and 1/2. Let's go ahead and do the next one. You've got 4 1/2 minus 3 and 4/5. So our common denominator, least common multiple, is going to be 10. 2 times 5 is 10. It doesn't always work to multiply them together, but when you have such small numbers, it usually does. So we've got 4 and something over 10. We had to multiply by 5 to get us 10, so we're going to multiply that 1 by 5 as well. And we're going to get 4 and 5/10 minus 3 and something over 10. I had to multiply that 5 by 2 to get me to 10ths, multiply my 4 by 2 as well, 8/10. Here's where we have to start renaming. You can't say 5 minus 8. So we have to rename and borrow from our whole number. Remember how we do that is we're going to cross out our whole number, take it 1 down, and from there we're going to pull out 1 whole. And we get to decide what fraction that 1 whole is. Remember that any fraction where the numerator and denominator are the same number equals 1. Since our denominator is 10, we want to go ahead and pull out 10/10. It's not always going to be 10. It's only 10 this time because my denominator is 10. So I want to add that 10/10 to my 5/10. So that's going to get me 3 and 15/10 minus 3 and 8/10. If you need to rewatch that part, go ahead and back the video up to rewatch it. But we are going to do quite a few more. So now we're going to say 15 minus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That gets me 7/10. 3 minus 3 is 0. So my answer is 7/10. Let's go ahead and do another one. 9 and 1/6 minus 2 and 3/4. All right, so for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make my T-chart. You might be able to figure it out immediately, but making a T-chart can be helpful. 6, 12, 3, 8, 12. My common denominator is going to be, common denominator is 12. So I've got 9 and something over 12. 6 times 2 is 12, so 1 times 2 is 2. Remember, if I multiplied the denominator by it, you have to multiply the numerator by the same number. Minus 2 and something over 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 9/12. Same issue. You can't say 2 minus 9. So we're going to borrow from our whole number, make it an 8. From that whole number, we're going to pull out 1, which is going to equal 12/12, and we're going to give it to our fraction. So I'm going to have 8 and 14/12. I added the 12/12 to the 2/12. It says 12/12 plus 2/12. Denominator stays the same. You get 14/12. So that goes down here. Minus 2 and 9/12. 14 minus 9 is 5. Yes, it is. Had to double check that. 8 minus 2 is 6. My answer is 6 and 5/12. Let's keep going. Is this the last one? It is the last one. Hope you're ready. Remember, you can always review the video if you need to. 3 and 2/3 minus 1 and 11/12. Our common denominator is going to be 12. So we've got 3 and something over 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. Remember, multiplying by the same number. Minus 1 and 11, 12. Same issue. You can't say 8 minus 11. If I have 8 fingers, you can't take 11. It's because I don't have 11 fingers. If I had 8 cookies, you couldn't take away 11 of them. I'd bite you. Let's keep going. I'm going to borrow 1 from the 3, make that a 2. From the 2, I borrowed 1, or from the 3, I borrowed 1, which is going to equal 12 twelfths. Is any fraction. 12 twelfths equals 1. 4 fourths equals 1. Any fraction with the same numerator or denominator equals 1. I'm going to give that 12 twelfths to my 8 twelfths. So I'm going to have 2 and 20 twelfths minus 1 and 11 twelfths. 20 minus 11 is 9 twelfths. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 and 9 twelfths, but we can simplify. Both of these are divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. My answer is 1 and 3 fourths. Hope that made sense to you. Remember, if you have any questions about any of them, you can always review the video. And if you still have questions, go ask your teacher.